With the rising cost of divorce, many couples in unhappy marriages are choosing to opt for a silent divorce. Associate lawyer Morgan Copeman is here with more on why that can lead to a ticking time bomb. Now, divorce is bad enough for a lot of people who are having to go through it, but silent divorce is something else. Maybe explain to us what you consider to be a silent divorce.
Silent divorce is a phenomenon of people who are separating. They know they don't want to be together anymore, but they don't do anything else. They continue to live together. They don't think about the financial implications of separation, about parenting, and they kind of bury their heads in the sand and hope that maybe one day it'll get better. And unfortunately, it doesn't, and that's why we're here to talk about it today.
Yes, it can lead to something even worse down the road.
Exactly. There's so many things that can go wrong in that scenario, and when people come to us and say that that's what they've been doing, there's so many red flags that go off for us. One of them is with parenting. The sort of schedule you fall into in these silent divorce scenarios is probably not the actual schedule that you want, but you can get stuck with it, which nobody wants. And financials can go wrong in so many ways. I think one thing that people don't understand is that divorce is just the termination of the marriage. Separation is what actually triggers any legal rights. And so from the time that people decide they're not together anymore, that's when all these rights are triggered. But if you sit there and you don't do anything, then there's confusion about when you separated, there's confusion about how to disentangle your rights from then on. People start borrowing in other people's names. Everything can blow up.
Oh, it sounds like a real quagmire. Now, this can happen for so many different income levels as well, and it would be different for different income levels.
Yeah, and what we see a lot, and a lot of the reasons that people go through the silent divorce is they sort of foresee how they think the financials are going to go, and depending on where your income level is or where your partner's income level is, they see that in different ways. But absolutely, sometimes it's the person who hasn't made any income and their partner has made all the income, and all they see is that they don't have money to fight their partner with money. Sometimes it's because they just don't think there's enough money altogether. The reality is there are ways to disentangle that. There are ways to deal with it, but a plan needs to be put in place right away, because if somebody doesn't have any money to fight their partner, they feel that they don't. Sitting on it's not going to change that.
Now, you mentioned money a few times in there. Divorces well, people think divorces are going to be and it's going to deplete all our money. It's going to be so expensive. Are they as expensive as people think?
I think the reality is that if you have a plan in place and people have a unified idea, no, they can be done not in a crazy expensive way, but if you don't, if things blow up, if you rely on lawyers to disentangle funds, to deal with the conflict that can increase when you're in these sort of silent divorce scenarios, it can get really expensive. So people think that by sitting on it, it will get better. The reality is the earlier you deal with it and the quicker we can put a plan in place, the cheaper we can make it. Essentially,
it's going to be difficult no matter what you do, but do it early, get it over with, and get it done legally, and that's going to be the best way.
Yes, absolutely.
And if people want some information, how can they get a hold of you?
So I'm a lawyer at Shulman Partners. We have our website, shulmanandpartners.ca. We have Instagram, TikTok.
All right. So we'll get all of your socials up on our website. Morgan, thank you very much. It's a fascinating topic, and it's a topic that needs to be discussed.
It absolutely is. And thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for being here.